Welcome back. Well, a number of terror suspects, including alleged members of Hamas, were arrested in Europe under suspicion of planning attacks against Jews. ABC's Liz Landers is in Washington with more.
A roundup of terror suspects in Europe who were allegedly planning attacks on Jews and Jewish institutions, and several may have ties to Hamas. 11 suspects were arrested, 7 in Denmark, where the Danish prime minister says the arrests are indicative of a, quote, extremely serious situation, and that it was completely unacceptable for someone to bring the conflict in Israel to Denmark. 3 more were arrested in Berlin and 1 additional person in the Netherlands as Europe and the United States remain on high alert for threats stemming from the conflict between Israel and Hamas in the Middle East. U.S. officials have been warning of threats.
We're working around the clock to identify and disrupt potential attacks by those inspired by Hamas's horrific terrorist attacks in Israel.
As Israel continues its offensive against Hamas in Gaza, and the U.S. Defense Secretary and another top White House official traveled to the region to meet with leaders.
Thank you for your support.
Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu thanking National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, who met with him Thursday. The White House says that Sullivan is urging Israel to scale back its intense fighting and instead pursue what it calls a lower intensity operation. More than 18,700 people have been killed in Gaza, according to the Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry. President Biden making it clear he wants to see Israel stop what he calls indiscriminate bombing.
I want them to be focused on how to save civilian lives, not stop going after Hamas, but be more careful.
Meantime, Jake Sullivan met with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas in the West Bank. He also spent time in Tel Aviv. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.